Why? You caught me doing a short run. It's a short run.
Welcome back to West Coast Davengers. I'm your host, Dave, the guy that waves alone in his office while he's recording a video. Yeah. Today I'm bringing you a little bit of fun, a shorter video, but an excursion out to Georgetown, which is in the south part of Seattle, to go to Fantagraphics Small Press Expo Short Run. That's this. Short Run Festival held usually every November. It used to be in downtown Seattle, Seattle Center, where the Space Needle is, and the Science Center, and the Amazon-inspired Climate Pledge Arena. Fuck Jeff Bezos. But this year it is moved to the Seattle Design Center in Georgetown, a much easier location for not just me to get to, but most people to park and drive to. Advertised as, you know, one of the greatest small press expos in comics, it truly is a work of wonder. Big thanks to everybody that helped put it on, and Fantagraphics, all the volunteers. I went with my good buddy Chris, aka Comic Tropes. You may know him from the hundreds of hours of videos that he's put on YouTube, having some of the, if not best, comic content that exists. Chris and me live really close to each other, so thought it'd be a fun excursion. So I will show you what I got. We'll just watch a little bit of the clips and stuff that I took, the video from the con, and we also went to Fantagraphics bookstore, which was very close by, and then you can see what I got, and I'll talk a little bit about each of the books and each of the artists. Christopher.
Hey, what's going on?
We're at Short Run. Did I just catch you going to Short Run?
Why? You caught me doing a short run. It's a short run. I want to get a flyer and see you all Well, I don't want to bootleg Jug.
Wow, I didn't know what you were saying. Like, I knew what you were saying, but I didn't know there was a thing.
Like a Jughead parody comic.
And you're stickable fuckers.
You're giving me...
I think about 5 or 6 times until I felt like I was starting to understand. And that was the book that got me into comics at all.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
It's,
Okay. I wanted to see what you brought, and then I'll look at the prices after. But do you want to grab that from him while I do this?
Yeah. Is it? Am I buying this from you, Jim?
No, you're buying that from Fantagraphics.
Oh.
You certainly may.
Is it possible to get a sign?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm here for.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Oh, wow, this looks great.
I don't expect you would remember this, Jim, but my wife says she used to babysit your kids. Her name is Chrissy Downing. I don't know if you remember that at all.
This is all.
It's very striking.
Yeah, that was especially for me.
With the what? Maybe. Or maybe it's just going to be weather. Oh, hi. What? Here at Short Run. I'm here with Mr. Comic Tropes, a.k.a. Christopher Pierce, a.k.a. the Tropenheim.
Let's get some indie books in our hands, in our grubby little hands.
You have to pay for them.
That's okay. That's okay. Support comics.
Yeah, don't steal them. But you should steal from places like Target and the government.
Yes. Amazing creators here, super diverse. And,
Yeah.
It's always funny though when you go to a small press show and Fantagraphics or Top Shelf is like, you know, considered like almost mainstream.
Yeah.
They're like the big dog, and I love that in its own way.
Yeah, because it's like, right, they're the AAA, but this is single A down here or whatever.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
see like Jim Woodring and you're like, whoa, what a name. Whereas like, you know, if he showed up at a, you know, like Baltimore Comic Con or New York Comic Con, he'd be like considered like so indie.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, good crowd.
Yeah, there's some great people here that we've already talked to. Josh Simmons is down there, Nate McDonough's down there, and Pat Moriarty and Jim Blanchard. There's a lot of great comics makers here and people that I don't know that I'm excited to
Discovering.
buy stuff from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like that you find different genres here. Lots of humor, of course, and transgressive humor at that, but also find any gems.
I mean, there's some, yeah, there's always gems in here. Random gems. You know, stuff like Meat Cake, and then there's Image Authority and Wetworks. It's so weird.
Wouldn't have expected that to be a Fantagraphics, but okay.
You couldn't get two completely different comic
No.
books in one box.
You got like Johnny Ryan, but you've also got like Transformers in it.
And then, of course, look at this. Just stacks of Red Room. You know, some of the damages in here, they just throw in here.
A lot of fans would love to get certain of those covers, though.
Yeah.
You found like a Jeff Darrow one?
Yeah. Jeff Darrow, which he gave this art to Ed and Jim.
Oh, that's nice. Jeff is just the best.
He invented this character. This character didn't exist, and then Jeff created it.
And you can almost always find a dog doing some.
Oh, yeah.
He's not peeing or pooping. Actually, are we sure Jeff Darrow drew this?
There's so many dogs in here, though.
Yeah, I love it. Great stuff. Good luck.
Everybody needs to come in here and support this place.
Oh, yes. I hope you enjoyed watching that little bit of footage from Short Run Comix Festival down in Seattle, put on by the great Fantagraphics. So I could not resist getting a couple of copies from Fantagraphics themselves of Tales of Paranoia, which comes out, I believe, next week. But this is Robert Crumb's first new work in, I don't know, a brand new comic book from Master Robert Crumb. And it's sure to be great. I love Robert Crumb. I didn't buy anything from him, but it was really nice seeing Jim Woodring, the master, only about a week and a half after I recorded a podcast with him. If you have not watched my interview with Jim Woodring, it's over on my podcast Direct Edition. There's a link right here, but also there's a link in the description below. You should watch it. If you don't, we're not friends. One of the main people, if not the one main person I really wanted to see at Short Run was Nate McDonough. Nate McDonough is not just a great cartoonist, and his book right here, Long Boxes, is a compilation of all of his strips. He gave me, it was very nice of him to gift me 2 of his 3 new most recent Grixley comics, which is what he publishes under. But Nate McDonough is a kindred soul. He is a true soul brother because he buys comics and sells them. He does the same thing that I do. He travels around, he goes to stores, he buys collections, and Long Boxes, which is a collection, like I said, of his strips, is basically like straight from the mind of somebody who does exactly what I do. He does more on eBay than anything else, but we still deal with the same kind of intricacies of being comic sellers. And I can honestly say, you know, when it comes to autobio comics, I haven't read a ton, but I do enjoy them. But Nate's is by far my favorite ones that I've ever read. I'll put his links in the description below. You should really, honestly, if I'm going to tell you to buy a comic, it's going to be Long Boxes. Buy Long Boxes. So thanks for those, Nate. And I gifted Nate the gift of all gifts. I give him a signed Turok #1, but I also gave him a copy of my Jack Kirby zine, The Many Faces of Jack Kirby Part 2, because I wanted Nate to see the thing that I made in the past year. One of the better things that we found at the con, me and Chris were walking by a table. I can't remember the name of the people who were selling this, but there was a bumper sticker, and he just looks, he's like,
I'm Carr.
so I bought him one and myself one, a bumper sticker that says, I'm Carr. I like to think that Ralph Wiggum would say it. I'm Carr. And then we visited a table of Phoenix Productions. His name was Tom, and Tom was telling us about Steve Willis and these nearly 40 years. Actually, no, it's more than 40 years of cartoon strips that Steve has done. Big shout out to Tom, because Tom was really nice in gifting us one of these cool gift bags, me and Chris. And what I bought from their table also is a long out of print Fantagraphics book called New Wave, the underground mini comics of the 1980s. Mini comics is something that's been a part of my life since before I moved to the Northwest. When I used to go into New York City, the Lower East Side, or in Brooklyn, I would go to Mocha Festival. I would go to stores that had mini comics, and I would pick something up and just be like, okay, this looks cool. You know, I'm going to read it. So mini comics are a language that I very much understand and absolutely love. I'm hoping to find one day maybe a big stack of Seattle-based mini comics that are about Seattle. Seattle has such a rich history of comics mixing in with music and the arts in general, but Sub Pop and Fantagraphics really are at the forefront of that. And it's something that I'm fascinated with, not being from here, but loving all of the things that came from here in the last 40, 50 years. So I'm hoping that this book satisfies a little bit of that. But if you are a Seattle person and you know of some good comics that have been made about Seattle that aren't they're more autobio, you know, like obviously Peter Bag's Hate, there's a lot about Seattle in there, but I really like the zine kind of feel of telling a story about a scene but using comics as the language to do it. And then I didn't go crazy at Short Run because I knew that if I started spending and buying stuff from everybody, it would never end. So I had to kind of be strategic in what I wanted to buy. And Josh Simmons was there. Josh Simmons is an amazing cartoonist with a very deranged sense of humor that I 100% am in line with. He did a great book, which is now collected in hardcover, called Dream of the Bat. Ed and Jim, cartoonist kayfabe, covered it, and immediately when I watched that episode, I went out and I got the hardcover. But this is his newest book, Annihilator, Rainbow of Death. It's a bit of a Punisher parody, as you might be able to tell. Big shout out to Michel Fife for doing the back cover. We love Michel. But yeah, his cartooning is amazing, vibrant colors, and just cartooning as a language is something that Josh is amazing at. Looks like this was put out by Mansion Press, but you can pick it up if you visit Floating World in Portland, one of the greatest comic stores in the country. And it was nice to see both Jasons at Floating World. They carry all this good stuff. Almost everything I've shown off, they probably have there, or they have at one point. So Floating World in Portland, a special store that you honestly wouldn't find anywhere else in this country. So after that, we took a jaunt over to Fantagraphics, the bookstore. It's about a mile and change away after a little bit of brunch. And me and Chris dug through. I dug through the back room. I found a couple of copies of Love and Rockets #3. This is volume 2, I believe. And then Uncle Jeff Darrow, Red Room, his variant cover that he did for Ed. This is the Antisocial Network #4. For you fans of Jeff Darrow. Season 5 premiere of Direct Edition. My guest. Hour and 40-minute interview with Uncle Jeff. It's already been recorded. Red Room Crypto Killers #2, the James Harren variant, which I didn't even know existed. And big shout out to Hooked on Juno, aka Abe, for introducing himself to me, and as well as Chris. He gifted me this Crypto Killers #1 blank sketch. And I don't know, maybe I'll see if I can get maybe a jam piece with Tom and Jim and Michelle on it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But what a fun experience Short Run was. I think the location now is so much better than it was. Seattle Center is just, if you're from out of town, or if you're not even in Seattle, but if you're driving from literally 5 minutes, 10 minutes away, it's just a pain in the ass to park. But Georgetown, it is not. Then you can go to the store. You can hit 2 in one day. You can get yourself some brunch. You can make a day out of it. Georgetown's a great neighborhood. But big shout out to all the cartoonists that were there, and everybody hustling their books and their art. It was a pleasure to see so many people in not just the exhibitors, but the people attending. It was packed. The indie comic scene, you know, with stuff like this and SPX and IC3 and these kind of indie-based cons, I think we're going to see a lot of growth for artists and writers and fans of reading the indie comics. I think everybody's just going to have so much good stuff to choose from. It's going to be a wealth of riches. I think that's the phrase. I don't know. And also to Fantagraphics for starting Takumi Graphics, which is their new Asian-based publishing wing, where they're going to be highlighting books from all over Asia. Yeah. And to Larry Reed for running the most badass comic store in Seattle. That's right, Fantagraphics. So that'll be it for me. Thank you for watching. And if you are not subscribed yet, please do so. If you're an indie creator, you're an indie comics fan, I talk enough about that stuff. It's not just the superhero books. It's not just the big two or the Image stuff. And if you are new here and you don't know about my podcast, Direct Edition, I just had Jim Woodring on. I had Stan Sakai on both this channel and Direct Edition. Coming soon, Jeff Darrow. So, you know, people that have been published or at least somewhat published by, well, I guess Jeff was never published by Fantagraphics, but obviously Jim Woodring and Stan Sakai were. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. I have a Patreon. $5 a month helps you support this channel and the podcast. You get bonus episodes of both. Bonus interviews. Recently, I did a bonus interview with Matt Fraction, with Jim Food. You can find those on the Patreon. $5 a month. It's less than a cup of coffee. So all those links are in the description below. My name's Dave. Your name's not. Maybe your name's Dave. Anyway, I'll see you later. Hello there. Welcome back to Direct Edition. Nope, this is not my podcast. Welcome back to